Today, I want to show you something inside ElevenLabs that most people building voice agents have never touched. Not because it is complicated, but because nobody has taken the time to explain it properly. It is called Agent Workflows. And once you understand what it does, you will never go back to building everything inside a single system prompt again. I'm Fai, founder of Orchestrix, alongside Eneka. We build AI automations and web products for businesses. We have already built a complete workflow for a real estate agency. They have 3 different color types, multiple steps for each one, and tools that logs inquiries. Also, they have human escalation where the business actually needs it. And today, we're going to walk you through every part of it on the screen. That is, the system prompts, the sub-agents, the nodes, the edges, and the decisions behind each one. By the end of this video, you will understand what ElevenLabs Workflows is, what it is used for, what a properly built agent actually looks like. Let's get into it. Before I show you the workflow itself, I want to start from here, from the system prompt of the agent, because the system prompt is the foundation upon which everything else will be built. I'm going to scroll through these so you can see the full structure. You can see it is divided into clearly labeled sections using hashtag as our markdown format. We have the personality, the environment, the goal, we have the tone, and the guardrails. Here, this is not accidental. ElevenLabs Agent responds better to structured markdown formatted prompts than to just a blob of plain text. So these headers actually tell the agent exactly what section is for. Let's go through the personality. Here in the personality, you tell the agent who she is. This agent is a she, who she is. Her name is Sophia, and who the company she's working for. We expect her to sound like a knowledgeable person in a calm and professional way. Now, I want you to observe something. I stated it here that I don't want it to look like a script reader, not a robot. This part matters, because if you do not tell the agent how to sound, it defaults to sounding like a robot. You have to describe the character explicitly in every of your prompts. Now to the environment. The environment tells our agent, Sophie, where she's operating from and who she's speaking to. We have to tell her that she's receiving inbound phone calls, not outbound phone calls. So she needs to handle these with patience and confidence. Next is the goal section. This is the spine of our prompt. And here I numbered my steps, and here I gave it a step-by-step sequence of exactly what I want Sophie to do. I want her to greet the caller, listen carefully to the caller's response, and there is a part I want you to see. In step 5, I have this phrase here. This step is important. What does this do? The agent ensures that before anything else happens, once she reaches the step 5, she ensures that the conversation does not move forward until what I've stated here is done. Next, let's go to the tone. We have the tone and the guardrails. The tone, you tell it how you want it to sound. You want it to be warm, professional, confident. You put it there. And in the guardrails, these are your non-negotiable rules. I expect Sophie never to give property prices or valuations, so I have to put it there. The guardrails is just like our safety nets. It ensures that these are rules that the agents hold on to, regardless of what the caller says or how they phrase it. It ensures it doesn't go out of context. Now, let me show you the workflow. So this is a workflow. I'm gonna zoom in so that we can see that. So this is what makes our ElevenLabs agent different from other conversational AI tools. What you're looking at here is a visual graph. It's just like the map of the entire conversation from the moment a caller calls in to the moment the call ends. Every box you see here is called a node, and every line connecting them is called edge. The reason we use a workflow here, instead of putting everything into a single prompt, is simple. Our client gets 3 completely different types of callers almost every day. We have the buyers, the rentals, and the sellers. Each type of call needs a different information, ends differently. If you try to handle all this, in a single prompt, it's possible our agent will get confused or hallucinate instead of collecting the right data. But a workflow will give you explicit control over every part. Let me show you where the conversation starts from. The conversation starts from here. Yes, the start. And we have the agent. This is Sophie. Our only job right here is to greet the caller, classify their intent. She does nothing else. She does not collect details. She does not answer questions about specific properties. She only listens and identifies which of the three parts this caller belongs to. After here, we have these three nodes. We have the say nodes as our next node, and we have conditions stated here. We included LLM conditions here, and the first condition says the caller wants to buy a property. So once a caller wants to buy a property, the agent routes it here. Sophie will route it here and will say something. Sophie would say, wonderful, let me connect you with buyer inquiry team right now. One moment, please. Now, there is something I want to explain to us. The LLM condition here will be written in plain English, and the language model will decide whether they have been met or not. Next is the say node. Before the conversation moves to the buyer sub-agent, it passes through this node. It is a say node that is a guaranteed message. You are sure that every time Sophie routes this call to this buyer agent, it says this before transferring it to the buyer agent. The say node for the renter part differs. It says caller wants to rent a property, and this is what it will say. Perfect. Let me pass you to our letting team. Just one moment. If the caller wants to sell, now the LLM condition states caller wants to sell or list their property, and this is what Sophie would say. There's something I want to show us. Sophie's voice is a female voice, and we still maintain that in all our say node because we don't want our caller to hear different voice when we are yet to route to the next agent. After the say node for the first part, the conversation moves right here. This is our buyer inquiry agent. This is the prompt that we have given our agent. Here, we've instructed it on what to do. The job of the sub-agent here, that is the buyer agent, is just one. And the job is to collect pieces of information from the buyer, like their budget, their location, the property type, the number of bedrooms, and the next. It asks all these. It asks for this information one at a time in natural conversation. It does not ask for the 4 questions at once. And once all the 4 details are collected, it reads them back to the caller to confirm before anything else is logged. That is why step 6 is very important. We need the agent to confirm this. We ensure that this is a deliberate step. We don't want our agent to log data the caller has not verified. One thing I want you to notice here is that the sub-agent also its own prompts. It does not have access to renter procedures or seller's information, no. It only knows what it needs to know when it's handling someone that wants to buy. Now, the next node there is the update state. After the agent has confirmed the buyer's detail, the conversation will hit this node. And this is where the workflow saves all the collected variables, the property type, but this is where it saves it. And the reason for this, before calling the tool, is because when the tool fires, it pulls from these stored variables rather than trying to reread the conversation transcript between the caller and the agent. So this is what the update state node does. Now we have the dispatch node. This is where the webhook fires. Yes, it logs the buyer's details inside the log buyer inquiry. This is an external tool. If the webhook fires successfully, our agent is expected to save this and end the conversation. However, if it fails, it will transfer to human. Next, we have is the renter inquiry agent. This is the node for the renter inquiry agent. Any caller that wants to rent the property will be routed here. And this renter part follows the same exact structure as the buyer's part. We have it update their details, log it inside the log renter inquiry tool, and if it's successful, the renter agent will say this, and if it fails, it will transfer to human. Now let's go to the seller's part. Here, it collects 4 different data, 4 different information, the property address, the property type, the number of bedrooms, and the rest. And when all these details are confirmed, because we ask our agent to confirm it, when all these details are confirmed, it routes directly to human. We don't have a web tool that we are calling here. There is no confirmation sub-agent. We just transfer it to the sales team because property valuations are high-value decisions. They require humans to ask some sensitive questions, assess the property, and make commitments on behalf of the company. Part of building good automation is knowing exactly where the automation should stop and when a human should take over. Here, the human ear receives a warm, informed caller who has already given their property details, and that is a better handoff than most sales team get from a cold call. I want to test this workflow. Let's see how it sounds.
Thank you for calling Prestige Homes Realty. My name is Sophie. How can I help you today?
I want to buy a property.
Wonderful. Let me connect you with our buyer inquiry team right now. One moment, please.
Thank you for holding. I'll just be collecting a few details to help us find the perfect property for you. Can I start by asking for your name, please?
Jennifer Doe.
Thank you, Jennifer. And what is your email address?
jennifer@gmail.com.
Thank you. Just to confirm, is that gnnifer@gmail.com?
Correct. You are correct.
Great, thank you. To help us find the right properties for you, could you give me an idea of your budget? Even a rough range is helpful.
$120,000.
Thank you. And what is your preferred location or area?
Dominion City.
Excellent. What type of property are you looking for? Are you interested in a house, apartment, bungalow, or something else?
Apartments.
Thank you. And how many bedrooms are you looking for?
5.
So just to confirm, you're looking for an apartment with 5 bedrooms in Dominion City with a budget of around $120,000. Is that right?
Absolutely. Very good.
Are you still there? I asked if that sounds good to you.
Yes.
Are you still there? Please let me know if that sounds good.
Yes, sounds good.
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Our property consultant will be in touch with you shortly.
Thank you. This is what a properly structured ElevenLabs workflow looks like. The thing I want you to take away from this is the thinking behind it. That is, every node has its own job, every edge has a clear condition, every part has a defined end, and the places where a human judgment is needed stays with a human. This is what a good AI system design looks like. And it is the set standard we hold ourselves to at Orchestrix. Every project we deliver for clients. If you want us to build something like this for your business, whether it's a voice agent, an automation system, a client bot, or something else entirely, the link to reach us is right there in the description below. And if you want to keep seeing how we build, kindly subscribe to our channel. We put out new content every week. See you in the next one.